gonna be awkward, dude. It's always awkward when
Jared,
I do it. When I do it every time too, it's awkward because it's just like it's a scripted thing that you're saying, and it's just kind of fucking weird.
I think maybe next time you could just like turn it on right when you get in the room, and then like have the whole.
Well, it's been running.
Oh, it has been.
Yeah, but like I like to do a little intro.
Yeah.
Kind of like this. Welcome to Minus the Hat. I'm joined today by Jake.
Oi, cut.
Paul. You guys, it's a podcast, Paul.
You can restart
No.
And Tyler.
Hello. So here we are. Here we are again. Back to your favorite shit show on the internet.
Well, let's talk about Paul, our guest.
Well, Matt's dead.
Yeah, let's explain that first.
Matt and Pat are both.
They know. We were talking about this before. They have no idea who Pat is.
They have no clue who that is. That's a deleted.
Oh, they don't know who Pat is.
No, they don't know who Pat is.
Damn.
No, but we're joined today by Paul. High school / college friend of all of ours.
Yeah.
What's up?
We've known each other for a few years.
Yeah.
Trying to get used to speaking loud to the microphone.
Yeah. Try to lean in and kind of protect your voice. Don't be nervous, man. So I like to get the drinks in before.
Yeah.
Kind of kicks away.
We gotta get rowdy.
Silence again.
Well, I was gonna ask you, where does the name Minus the Hat come
from? That's a good question.
Has that been a?
I don't think that's been asked.
I saw like.
I just want.
I saw MTH and I thought it was like Matt, Tyler, and then I was like, where's the H?
No.
My name's actually spelled with an H. Jake.
Hey, Jake.
It's a silent H in front of it.
I wanted to start this podcast because I was watching a lot of podcasts, and I've been unemployed for half a year now. Really? Yeah. So I kind of sunk some money in, and then I was over at my family's house, and I was like, I literally am not creative enough to come up with a name for this thing, but people are coming over tomorrow to record it, so I need a name for the intro. And my mom actually said Minus the Hat, and immediately everyone said like, oh, like no cap. And I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Guys. But I don't know. It just kind of sucked because I wear a hat a lot. A lot of people, not wearing one right now.
Yeah, but Tyler is
breaking the rules.
Always breaking
Jake
the rules.
was wearing one earlier.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing one now.
He did take it off for the filming or the recording.
Yeah. Next time I'll come prepared.
Yeah. So that's where it comes from. Nothing real too much out of it. How does it? You think it sounds good?
Oh, it catches on.
Does it roll off the tongue?
Yeah,
it's kind of got like that 3 beat like Minus the Hat. It's kind of like it's not too short, but it's not too long. It's like the middle range.
Short and sweet.
And MTH can be abbreviated down, and it doesn't look too bad.
So what?
MTH Minus the Hat.
Oh yeah. Oh no, because I was thinking about the.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Wait, what are you
when I said
talking about?
Matthew Tyler.
Oh yeah, no, the H has.
I forgot.
We got Matt Tyler, but no.
Maybe it doesn't catch on to it.
Hector. It's just a fucking homeless guy sitting with this Hector. Not going to well.
It's rough.
Anyone think of anything to talk about? 'Cause I sure as hell didn't.
Yeah, no. Drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, me too. Tyler, you never. Let's hear something.
Paul, I want speaking to homeless people.
What the fuck?
No, whoa, hold on. What do you think of homeless people?
You should get good and close when you're talking to homeless people.
Well, how do you mean exactly?
Do you have like any experiences or anything like that
With homeless people?
Yeah.
I mean, like occasionally you'll see them on the street, right? And then, well, I mean, because my parents own a motel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's always homeless people walking up and down Main Street, right? Like you're just
Okay.
Don't say that street,
Don't
man.
dox yourself. We'll edit it out.
I'll bleep that.
Well, I mean, I didn't say what city, what state.
Yeah, I mean, they know the state.
There's like 15 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Main Street.
Well, just owning a motel, right? There's just people walking up and down, and sometimes they're like high on drugs or something or drunk, and they like come to the front office, and my dad has to like tell them off. Sometimes they throw shit, grab a chair, and like throw it out the window.
Do they throw actual shit or do they throw like items?
Actual shit. Just the wall. And
Just walk in with handfuls of shit, just tossing it at the wall. Well, didn't you? If you don't mind, can you talk about the story back in it was either high school or started college? You Snapchatted me the CCTV footage of the guy with the bat with the baseball bat. Can you tell that?
Yeah, that was in senior year, and So I was just chilling in my living room, and we have the surveillance video on a bunch of different cameras throughout the motel. And sometime at night, this guy like just strolls over, looking all paranoid and like looking around. And he was holding a baseball bat. My dad was walking outside too, so I was getting a little freaked out. Like, is he here to like come fuck up my dad or something? So I called 911, and then I just like described who it was. But then he just like left later on. But it looked pretty creepy. You saw that video, right?
Yeah, I did see it. He was just like the video that you sent me was just
Well, just like him strolling.
Just him strolling.
Backwards hat and like raggy clothes, and he was just like baseball bat in hand, just like looking around. Like,
he was like dragging the baseball bat too, like.
Well, yeah, he was just like holding it by his side,
yeah,
and just like looking mean mug.
Like just looking at each of the rooms
menacingly.
Ooh, that should be scary.
Yeah,
I could never do that shit.
It's pretty crazy. We lived there for about a decade and a half now, a little over that, and nothing really like fucking crazy. The motels get like cops called a lot, and like drugs and like fights and domestic abuse happening, like things happening. But my dad just like keeps the prices high, and that way, only people who like really want to stay somewhere like quiet, I guess, stay there.
Yeah.
My parents are like trying to retire too, so trying to work less and not have any trouble.
Yeah.
So they just set the prices high and only like
semi-clean people. Still a motel.
They're still living in a motel. Right?
Yeah. It's crazy that people live in fucking motels.
It's way more expensive than living in an apartment. By far, it's like.
Yeah, I never got it. Like living in a hotel or a motel, like you're paying so much a night for like fucking
over $500.
That's literally the dumbest shit. That's how people just lose all their money. Like I was taking when I used to deliver sandwiches. Like yeah, Jimmy John's is fine. There's a million in the world. And I pulled up to this motel because people at motels would order like Jimmy John's all the time. So I pulled up to this motel, and out front of the room I was supposed to deliver to, there was a trash bin filled to the brim with Bud Light seltzer. Like it was spilling over onto the ground. Bud Light seltzers, right? And then this guy opens the door for his Jimmy John's, and I kid you not, could not see the floor. It was just Bud Light seltzers all over the fucking floor. I was like, dude, this guy is like.
That's just a huge problem,
right? that guy just got divorced like 5 times in a row, and just like, how do you even end up like that?
Going through
it. He was spilling on the floor, like he barely drank them. And
no, he was like drinking them, and like they're all crushed.
And crushing them and just throwing them.
Just like not even crushed like the long way where like it goes all flat. It was just like with a hand crushed, like you just squeezed it and just tossed it.
Well, how was the rest of this house? Just like really fun?
It was a motel room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was just.
Oh, so he was just like staying there the night, maybe.
It wasn't the. I hope it wasn't the night. It was. Yeah. I am telling you, a garbage can full of Bud Light seltzer right outside his hotel room, overflowing. Then he opens the door to get his Jimmy John's delivered, and the floor is covered in Bud Light seltzers, like the cans. So that's like, I'd say it'd take me like a year and a half to finish all the Bud Light seltzers if I was drinking like 10 a day. That shit was fucking crazy.
I had a crazy homeless person experience.
Yeah, what is it?
So, back in my youthful days, we were visiting England for a family trip. And in England, they have a memorial pond for Princess Diana. And anyway, the pond doesn't have any railings or anything going into it. And it's just like there's some swans and shit in there and like mossy cobble all around. So, as a kid does, I fucking diddling around over by the fucking pond, having a good old time. And, you know, before this, my parents told me, don't get too close to the pond, don't want you to fall in. Like, get wet and shit, because it's fucking cold in England. All the time. Anyway. So I'm fucking playing around over there. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not gonna fall in. I'm not a fucking idiot. Fucking 2 seconds later, my ass is fucking in the goddamn pond. So, and I can't get out because the fucking side of the pond wall is just mossy and it's all wet and shit. So, like, I literally can't get any traction to get out. So I'm just fucking slipping and sliding back into the pond, like, fucking freaking out. Because the swans are coming after me. These fuckers are, like, pissed off that I'm in their pond.
Swans are crazy.
Yeah, dude, those motherfuckers are territorial. And anyway, those fuckers come up, like, swimming up on me. I'm struggling to get out of this pond. I can't get out. I'm, like, trying to get out. It's like a 3 or 4 foot, and I'm like a little kid. Can't reach to pull myself out. Anyway, just like a fucking savior, a fucking guardian angel comes. Some homeless dude just fucking grabs me and just fucking yeet, just fucking pulls me all the way out, just fucking by one arm, just out of the fucking pond. He's like, "You alright, little one?" I'm like, "I'm good." And he fucking just went back to chilling on his little fucking cardboard mat.
You didn't ask for
Hero.
something after that?
Yeah, no, my parents didn't even fucking know. And so then I wandered back over to my parents, just dripping wet. And they're like,
I said,
"Oh, what the fuck happened?" They didn't even fucking see me fucking struggling for my life.
And a homeless guy coming up to you and like
Yeah.
grabbing you. Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
Exactly. But I mean, here I am.
I mean, did your parents like thank him a lot? Or?
No, they were like pissed. They're like, "Fuck, great. Now we have to go buy Jake a new set of clothes so he's not freezing his ass off." And fucking, I had to change in the bathroom of a fucking McDonald's. Dude, it was all kinds of fuck. It was like, and you know, it wasn't even like a regular McDonald's. It was a McDonald's that was shared with a KFC. So it was like fucking, I swear to God, like there were shit smears on the wall and like it. Oh,
That's just the KFC part.
yeah, it was horrendous.
That shit's
But
fucking-
KFCs in fucking England are like a fucking another level. Like people will wait. Like I remember we were waiting out. Like we walked by one and people were waiting like fucking 2 hours to get into a KFC.
That was the same as when I went to England. McDonald's was like,
Yeah.
it's literally like the most like literally lines out of the store
In
trying
Japan
to get
too.
fucking McDonald's.
Also, it's like here too, right?
I mean, like, no, here there's a McDonald's every, like, think about it. There's a McDonald's every, like, mile, dude. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. And, like, in Europe, there was, like when I went
There's,
in
like,
Oxford,
5. Oh,
there was,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I saw one McDonald's, and it was always just, like, it was a BK split, too. So it was just, like, fuck ton of people there.
When I was in Poland visiting my family, I had to drive out all the way to almost like the border, all the way to the east. So McDonald's, I was like right next to like, the Czech Republic.
Is that where the KGB's at?
Whatever.
Can you still speak Polish?
No, I forgot.
You can't give us one
Come,
line.
What do you want me to say?
You just
Suck my
Some.
dick, cunt.
yeah,
No,
that.
I want to know exactly like the proper way to say it. I would just say like which is like.
Say it as vulgar as possible.
Yeah, do the most vulgar thing you can say.
Zacz mój pytasa, kurwa chuja.
He said, "I don't want to be here."
This podcast sucks.
Weird kind of off topic thing, but have any of you guys seen that movie? I know it's a movie. We don't really
no.
talk about movie. Fantastic Fungi,
No.
the
No.
documentary about mushrooms,
Oh, I
like
saw
not
it.
just like the psychedelic ones, like all the mushrooms.
I
on
started
Earth.
watching.
Crazy.
I started watching a little bit of it.
Did you guys know that we all descended from mushrooms?
Yep.
Mushrooms were the first like living thing.
Yep.
On planet Earth.
Yep.
And then like the like other animals.
Shit in the ocean.
Well, so
Single
it
cell
was
organisms.
at
yes.
first. So there's like there's like animals, plants, and then fungi are their own like thing. They're not even a
Yeah,
plant.
their
Oh,
own
yeah.
genome.
Like there's plants and animals like its own kingdom or whatever. Like the whole.
Yeah.
Fungi are like completely different than everything.
Exactly. It was crazy to me because they also talked about some topic which I thought was pretty fucking interesting. There's the I think it was called the high ape theory. It was basically
yeah.
like where humans like from what's it called when like not a Homo sapien,
Mm-hmm.
the Homo sapiens like before us that couldn't like talk or like think too well actually developed their brains from eating psilocybin mushrooms. They expanded their brains slowly
Dude.
over time,
That would be sick as fuck.
and that's how we like learned like language and shit, because it's just a bunch of made, like if you really think about it, language is a bunch of made up shit that we just all go with.
It's just a bunch of sounds. Really, that's all it is.
So they were saying like I think it's what's the back of your brain called, like the cortex,
Cerebral.
the cerebral. It grew as the years came from these Homo sapiens eating mushrooms.
So,
So
well,
like
I mean,
mushrooms are God, bro. That's
Oh yeah.
yeah. They created everything. What we think now is because of the mushrooms.
Maybe that's why you feel like a guy when you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People like they just help get like rid of fears and shit, and like just help people out. Like
And they change the perspective.
exactly, change their perspective. And like when you're like on mushrooms, like stuff doesn't really taste good besides like natural stuff like fruit and vegetables.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
about
true.
that. I've had pizza before on mushrooms, and that shit's pretty.
Have you tried fruit though?
That's
Because
like,
I've
it
heard
feels like
fruit
fresh.
is just like
No, I
it's
did.
just so good because like
I
you know
did.
shrooms, nature.
I
fruit.
did have an apple one time while I was on a trip. That shit was bussin'.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the food we were intended to eat, not this processed garbage.
I heard the Stone Age theory was from like DMT leaves and trees.
Well, I think it was like a combination of like maybe
All kinds of stuff.
all the natural psychedelics.
Yeah.
And
Whatever gets you
substances.
fucked up, right?
Yeah, but it helped you like because like shrooms help people like become happier. And
They're
like,
actually used in PTSD.
exactly. Yeah,
They want to use them in therapy, and they are like right now.
Mhm.
Trials and everything.
and like cancer patients with like high fucking anxiety, like they give in this documentary, they gave cancer patients with high anxiety about dying shrooms, and they're like, yeah, like I can die whenever now. Like I'm completely one. Like I'm with the universe. Like I'm just gonna be reborn into a fungi.
No, I
'cause-
definitely feel like my perspective on life changed after I first took shrooms. Like, yeah, you
think so
really,
differently for
yeah, you like
hours.
see the inner beauty of nature.
it's because shrooms are Mother Nature.
Yeah.
You're consuming. Fuck, I know this sounds kind of like not hippie-ish, but like it's just crazy. It's just
Yeah, dude.
it's Earth. Like
radical.
shrooms decompose like everything natural on the Earth, like wood, like dead animals, all that's
what they eat,
decomposed.
just like what's the
Yeah.
composition.
So they're like the whole cycle keeping the Earth going. If you really think about it, which is fucking
all they
crazy.
need is like shit to grow on.
And they're also using chemicals produced by some mushrooms to cure bees of the disease that's been killing them.
Huh.
So
These
like
are
there's bee vaccines now and shit.
Oh, dude. And yet this Delta variant's gonna kill us all.
Oh.
Have you been seeing? Have you guys been seeing all those fucking memes? The Delta variant memes. That like, I saw one that was like a picture of fucking like Patrick Swayze or some shit, and then like a shitty. No, you know who it was? It wasn't even Patrick Swayze. It was fucking Ja Rule. It was a picture of Ja Rule, and then a picture of a fucking sandwich, like a shitty fucking middle school like garbo, like
Yeah.
cheese, tomato, lettuce, and that's it. No meat or anything. Just fucking dumpster ass bread. And it was like the picture of Ja Rule was my summer or my fall plans, and then the picture of the sandwich was the Delta variant. And I was like, what the fuck is this meme about? Like, I don't even get it.
I think it's because they're saying like the Delta variant's on the same track as like where we were like was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't even know anymore.
2 years ago it was like been like a year now since it started.
Yeah, so it's on the same track as it was like for the first start. So we're gonna get. I mean, we're gonna get locked up again.
It seemed like everything was going away, but now.
Yeah, you remember Tiger King?
Dude, that shit blew up right when COVID hit. Everyone was fucking watching Tiger King.
You remember Firefest?
No. Is that the one about the guy who was,
That was
like
the Ja
doing
Rule
fraud?
one.
He was committing fraud to like fund the fire festival on
No,
like, a
no.
private island.
Well, yeah,
Firefest,
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the dude sucked his dick.
Mm.
You remember that?
No.
You remember that?
Yeah.
The one gay dude was like, yeah, you gotta go suck his dick or some shit. Like and then,
Black
like,
Mirror? Fucking the pig?
What?
Isn't there a scene in Black Mirror?
I
where
think so,
there's,
I
like,
think
the
so.
president has
I
to
think
like
it's like the second one.
fuck a pig or something.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it, but people always quote that one talking about Black Mirror.
I always hear there's a weird one about Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, there's one where Miley Cyrus is in it too. Huh? I don't know.
What about American Horror Story? You guys ever watch
Now
that
we're
show?
on movies. Now we're on fucking shows. Shut the fuck up. Coming with this brilliant stream of universe talk, and you come. Y'all ever seen American Horror
Hey,
Story?
that was based off a movie though. So
What was?
the Fantastic Fungi?
Well, yeah, but I was just using it as to cite my sources.
All right, so
Jesus.
let's talk about video games.
Oh, do got? What's your favorite Pokemon, Paul?
Oh yeah.
Do you gotta ask
The only
this?
one I played in full.
No.
No.
Like
Individual, like,
actual Pokemon.
Oh.
Like the animal, I would say.
I never really put the
Creature.
shot in this one. I never
What?
really grew up with Pokemon that much. I only played one game.
Which
I
one?
guess my favorite one was the one I played, the penguin, the little blue penguin.
Piplup?
That turns into
Emporium, yeah.
Okay,
I like that
that's
That was
it's a
good.
starter, but like I'll
Good
give it the
choice.
pass.
What's
It's
your
no
guys'
fucking.
favorite Pikachu and?
Oh.
No, that's fucking Matt. Matt said Charizard.
Charizard, yeah.
Fucking what a basic bitch answer. Segue.
Hey, we are sponsored by.
Oh, here I got this one. I got the Paul. Tell us a joke.
Oh, jeez.
Why did they throw shit at a Polish wedding?
Why?
Keep the flies off the bride.
Okay.
I don't get it. Explain it, Paul.
He's saying the Polish bride is a fucking heaping pile of shit.
They throw shit at the bride to keep the flies off.
So are Polish women ugly?
No, that's just like the Polish classic Polak joke.
Oh, gotcha.
The women are ugly, the people are stupid.
Yeah, the people are stupid.
KGB. Yeah.
There's one for every European country. Any country has their own like slang.
Yeah, like Brit. Oh.
Yeah.
Brit. What would
Yes.
you call a Brit again?
Fucking
Red coat.
Yankee.
Red coat.
Oh no, wait, that's
No,
what they
we're
call
the
us. That's what they
Yankees.
call us.
Revolutionary War.
Fucking I don't know, someone who doesn't go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Oi, governor. Oi, governor.
Yeah.
Australians,
A
though.
tea drinker.
You can't really say anything bad about Australians.
Yeah, no, they're
Yeah,
not.
no. They just like
Kangaroo
go on an island
fuckers.
and, like, have cool.
They were all ex-cons, too.
Yeah.
So, like, there's really
They're just a
nothing-
bunch of criminals down there that are having a good time.
Yeah. It'd be pretty fun to live over there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Have you seen all those videos of like the fucking kangaroos just fucking shit up like down there?
I've seen all the videos of people fighting kangaroos.
Oh my
and they always just
God.
get fucked up.
Apparently, the kangaroos are just menaces to society. Like absolute, just fucking brawlers. Like they don't give a fuck. Like they'll wander into supermarkets and just like beat the shit out of people.
You guys ever wonder at zoos? Speaking of just wandering free, made me think of it. The peacock is always fucking out. There's no cage for the peacock
Yeah,
at the
dude.
zoo. It's
No,
always
because that
just
motherfucker will jump out. Like those fucker. Like I remember, I went to like a peacock farm when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah, dude, deadass.
Wait,
Those
what the-
shits exist. No, because like, so they just have like a farm full of fucking peacocks. Because
What do you farm peacocks for?
feathers, dumbass.
What do you use the fucking feathers
People
for?
think they're
Actually,
fucking
it's-
dope.
There's a Polish like costume that has like a peacock. feather,
Exactly, like the Native
But that's
Americans
one
love that
peacock
shit.
feather.
Okay.
You
Well,
know?
for all those costumes, like
Yeah.
imagine you got to like
All
$1 for
the-
every shirt.
everyone
Yeah.
with a peacock.
Okay, the feathers aren't just used for that. I mean, it's like how tusk used to be a big thing.
Yeah.
Picture it like that. Ivory.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never knew what ivory was used for.
Well,
It's
it
just like
used to-
jewelry?
It's just
Yeah,
expensive because it's from an animal.
It's
Yeah.
like shark, so like,
It's like,
shark teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Or like leopard skin.
Or shark fin, sorry. Shark
Yeah.
fin stew. And then
It's like
Fucking-
hide, stuff like that. They just hold value.
Yeah.
They're an exotic animal.
But peacocks, yeah, feathers.
Where did the peacocks come from?
Mushrooms.
We all come from mushrooms.
Exactly.
We're all fungi.
They're
Oh,
the shit
fungi.
that you see while you're on mushrooms that you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Holy
shit.
fuck! Is that a phoenix?
You're just looking at the mushroom god when you're
Yeah.
inside the mushrooms.
Dude, could you imagine looking at a peacock? Like, imagine how many eyes you would see on that fucker with all those little dots they have on their feathers. They're freaking the fuck out. But anyway, when I was a kid, I went to this peacock farm, and literally these peacocks were just free range. These fuckers, like, I thought they would just be caged up. No, these fuckers, like, they were like 5 foot tall, like little gates to like keep them in or whatever. And these fuckers didn't give a shit. They would just jump straight up on top of them and like squat you, like, "Wah, wah," and then fucking jump at you and like ruffle their feathers and everything. They didn't give a fuck. Some wild animals, right?
Bastard birds.
Yeah.
Peacocks, swans,
Okay, so-
geese.
Not even as bad. Have you ever seen an emu in real life?
No, not in real
Dude,
life.
those shits are scary. They're like fucking. If an ostrich was an alpha predator, it's scary. Like they,
Those are the tall legs. and
yeah,
the
like it looks like the bird from Up, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
The,
that's
Yeah.
the snipe or whatever it's called. But yeah, they have like, and their beaks are like super pointy, but that's not the most dangerous part. The most dangerous part is their legs. They have these toes that like are fucking spiked. And like I remember when I was at the zoo, they were telling this story. They're like, yeah, this one kid was like going out to pet the fucking emu, and it kicked him right in the fucking head, straight through his eye. Fucking lost his eye. Fucking brain damage, all kinds of shit. The kid ended up dying.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Imagine getting
fucking-
killed by an emu,
dude,
bro.
shit is
Well, I mean-
crazy.
Those things are huge then. Fuck.
Yeah.
Are they big?
And they're strong as fuck. They're like as big as an ostrich.
How tall is an ostrich?
Like
7
five,
foot, 8
five,
foot?
5.5 feet. Like
Sheesh.
almost as tall as a human. Yeah,
Them shit's
they're up
big.
there. Yeah, they're big.
Kinda like, can you imagine getting kicked by a horse?
That's
Yeah,
what I was
dude.
thinking of, yeah, like just a back kick
Knock
right
you
to
the
face.
fuck out. I almost died on a horse one time.
Yeah.
So
We were going horseback riding in Montana, just trotting along, and so it was weird because my mom had so we were like in like a little trail line.
Yeah,
like, you know how you
yeah.
do. You like all follow one horse and then
Yeah,
blah, blah,
I
blah.
recently went. horseback,
Exactly. So we're all in a little row, and so it went like a couple horses in front of us, and then I was there, and then behind me was my cousin's horse, and then behind him was my mom on her horse. Anyway, there was always beef between my horse and my cousin's horse because they were both kids, and like they were both kids of my mom's horse,
Yeah.
and my mom's horse was pregnant at the time we
Damn,
were
your
riding.
mom was riding a pregnant horse.
yeah.
They're working that thing.
Yeah,
when it's
dude.
pregnant.
Thing
No,
was
preg-
fucking
Slave
huge.
labor, dude.
No,
This
it
is
was fucking plump, dude. Like it was prego.
So what do you do to? Because you need to like kick horses to speed them up. So what do you do?
No, you don't kick them.
Yes, that's what I was told when I
We
was horseback
weren't riding
you
them
kick it.
that fast, okay?
Yeah, they
we
always
were
make
just
you
doing
walk
a little
like
trot.
slow ass speed.
And it was my mom. She didn't want to be on the horse anyway, so that's why she chose the pregnant one. She's like, it can't run, so I'll be fine. But anyway, my cousin's horse was younger than my horse, and he was always trying to. He was a mama's boy, as they sold.
Mama's boy horse.
Yeah, so my horse was neighing or whatever at my mom's horse and fucking pissed off my cousin's horse somehow. And so my cousin's horse bit my horse, and my horse fucking got pissed and fucking just started running off. And it's just fucking full sprint. Like, I literally went, like, Matrix fucking kicked back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I whipped back, my spine just fucking woof. I'm lucky. They were, the tour guides were amazed that I didn't fall off, because somehow I just fucking managed to hang on. My fucking hat went flying off. But anyway, the horse is just fucking bolting down, and like finally I get control, and I like pull him back. I'm like, God damn it, holy shit. And the guys come running up and they stop him, and literally like fucking 100 yards in the distance was just a fucking cliff. Literally just sheer cliff, just into a ravine.
Oh, where was this? Where were you?
Montana.
Montana. Yeah, fucking. I went horseback riding in Colorado with my family, and my sister was in front of my mom, and my sister's horse was all pissed off.
Oh
And
yeah.
kicked, like back kicked my mom's horse like, right in the neck.
Holy fuck.
And this horse like did the like, you know, the classic like neigh, and they like kind of like go back.
Yeah.
So my mom's like, you see this horse go neigh, and just fucking my mom's like holding on the way back, and then just starts like kind of like
teetering
moonwalking backwards, and I'm like, shit, I just died on a horse.
Yeah, because if those fuckers fall on you, like, have you ever seen the movie Django?
Yep, they
Broke his motherfucker's leg.
Yep.
What's your horse's weight?
A lot.
Like almost a
What's
ton.
your horse's name?
Oh, that's a good one.
No, he wants to cut.
All right, that just destroyed my train of thought.
It's talking about animals, Paul. Going back to the emu.
Yes.
Would you agree it's deadly?
Well, based on what I heard from Jake, yeah.
What do you think is like the most top tier predator you could take down?
Neither. How would you take it?
Okay, not necessarily an emu, but I'm saying like any animal.
What's
Like
the
barehanded.
most dangerous thing you could take out?
I'm sure if your life depended on it, you could probably like wrestle with like a strong wolf or maybe like
A strong wolf.
I don't know, like think about it like a big wolf that's like really strong. Who
Yeah.
could kill you or could definitely kill a small child, let's say. You know, you're strong enough, right?
So is that
No,
the
let's just-
strongest thing you could take on, or like what?
What are you trying to fucking beat down? I said a honey badger. I feel like I could kick the shit out of a honey badger.
Jared said a giraffe.
I could beat the fuck out of a giraffe. People don't. I just kick his legs.
still
I can.
doubt that.
I.
Do you know what
I'm
happens if he
saying-
kicks you?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
saying
shit, worse than a horse.
with them long ass legs, that thing ain't gonna hit me.
What if you
Yeah,
fall
I
on
bet you, dude. Put me in the ring with a fucking giraffe. People are doubting me. I could fight a fucking
Dude,
giraffe easy.
That would be the greatest pay-per-view
It would be.
event
Next
in
Sunday,
history.
me versus the fucking giraffe. Bring him over.
A baby giraffe
Dude.
could stomp you out.
No,
bro.
I
Yeah.
baby giraffe. That thing's. Give me 5 minutes. That thing's
Jared's
done.
just going for the eyes. Just got him.
Yeah, I'm as tall as a baby giraffe, bro.
Dude, he'll probably whoop your ass with just his tongue.
I could. Yo, really don't think I could beat a giraffe.
No, dude.
Do you really think you could?
I guarantee you would shit yourself if a full-size giraffe ran at you.
Like
You would literally.
He's not running at me. I'm running at that motherfucker because I can beat his ass up.
No
Okay,
shot.
you ever seen Star Wars where he does that on Hoth, where he circles the thing's legs with the
my
wire?
God.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
with the
but you're
giraffe.
doing this barehanded. You got nothing to fucking.
I got gloves on. Bro.
No, you don't got gloves.
Okay, I can still do.
That's
it.
literally the entire point. Is that
Where's
you
the
don't have
closest
gloves
zoo?
on.
How much trouble can I get in for going into the giraffe pit, huh? How much legal trouble can I go in for beating the fuck out of a giraffe at a public zoo?
None if you were pushed in.
Yeah.
Who's trying to push me into a giraffe pen at a zoo? I bet the ones at the zoo are extra soft too. I bet you.
You get pushed in, the first thing you do is run up to and start hitting the giraffe.
Just pull up the hands. Hey, you swing first. You swing first, giraffe.
Motherfucker thinks he's gonna get some celery or some
Just
shit.
like
And you
bop
just
him in the
fucking
head.
smack him in the
Comes at
face.
you, yeah, but brings
what
his
the
neck
fuck?
all 20-something feet down. So you just punch him in the face.
Dude, that thing
He
would
just
flop
goes
up.
all the way back up.
I could beat that fucking thing up.
No, he would.
Get me in the ring with the giraffe.
In the ring.
I'll show you. I'll show you, motherfuckers.
You're just like fucking. I hate to keep referencing movies, but but Semi-Pro, there's a scene where Will Ferrell fights a fucking bear. And
I couldn't do a bear.
It's so fucking funny. That movie is hilarious.
But like, how's a giraffe gonna kill me?
Step on you.
That thing
fall
cannot
on you.
step on me, bro. Them legs are skinny
It
as hell.
kicks you. It's like a horse kicking
Yeah.
you times 10.
Can a horse kick forward though?
I'm sure a
No.
giraffe could kick forward.
I'm attacking the giraffe head on, not from the back.
Can I hit it from behind?
Do you
though?
think you're all right? Do you think you're faster than a giraffe?
I'm faster than a
Oh,
giraffe.
no.
Maybe not like straight running speed, but if he's trying to circle around to kick me, I can stay at the front of him. I can stay at the front of a giraffe and beat the fuck out of a giraffe. How do I prove this to people?
I guarantee you, you're gonna break your fucking fist before you even hurt the giraffe's legs.
What are you talking about? Them things are like, it's like a chicken wing leg.
No.
Lions.
You got chicken wing arms,
Bro, it's just-
Lions. It takes multiple lions to have beef with a giraffe.
Yeah.
Lions are fucking pussies.
Oh,
Okay, lions
yeah.
don't got thumbs.
All
they
right,
can't
so why
pull
don't you
up.
take on a lion then?
I can't. No, whoa.
That's what I thought.
Hold up. A lion's a different thing. Them motherfuckers got teeth.
So giraffe.
So did giraffes.
Giraffes got like them like real gummy teeth. You
I
know?
bet you a giraffe bite would fucking
Yeah.
hurt.
Like it could bite me. Like it could get
What do you
up.
mean, like it
that
could
long,
bite you?
Like that
Bro,
long ass
have
neck,
you
bro.
seen-
Yeah, it reaches down because it's so long.
Have you seen that video of the fucking giraffe that lifts up the kid that doesn't let go of that fucking celery? Literally, like
Like
That's
nothing.
a kid, though.
Like-
That's
like
a kid.
nothing.
That's a kid. I could lift up a kid like
No.
nothing. Okay.
Have you seen the video of like the kid like holding onto the kite that's like in high wind?
Yeah. So yeah, put me in
So
the
what
ring.
animal, Paul?
Yeah.
What animal? Do you
It's got to be a giraffe at this point. If
No.
it's not convinced.
Please don't be that big of an idiot.
I don't know. What's an animal that's similar like a giraffe? Like,
Dude, you know what?
An emu.
You can take on an antelope, dude. I guarantee.
No shot.
If you can catch that motherfucker, you can beat the shit out of an
Antelopes
antelope.
have like the horns, bro.
Yeah, I know. You just avoid the horns. That's all you
You
gotta
just
avoid.
avoid the horns.
That
The thing
thing's
goes as
twice
fast
as
as a
it's
car.
3 times as fast as he. Like that's the shit
Nah.
that cheetahs chase.
Yeah, but you just drop kick it in the face.
Oh.
Done deal.
This guy's telling me I can't beat up a giraffe. The guy who says he can take on an antelope.
It's way more realistic. It's way
no,
more
no.
realistic.
The antelope has a defense mechanism. The giraffe does not. The giraffe got a long ass neck. What else? Long ass legs, easily tripped. And
Yeah.
fighting him, he trips on a pebble. He's down. Done. Easy. Can you imagine mounting a giraffe head in your house? Like, you know how people got like fucking...
Like all the way from the back of the neck.
Yeah, like people have like the
on the
the
ceiling.
yeah, like the moose heads, but it's just a giraffe head. You have it's like 3 stories high.
It's not even just a regular giraffe. It's just the fucking giraffe from Madagascar. Just the goofy looking one.
It sings like the fucking
Yeah.
fish.
You think you could take on a school of piranhas?
No. I'm
Like
not
a
good in
small-
water.
You think you
In
could take...
water or out of
Okay.
water?
Do you think you could take on? you think you could take on like 4 piranhas in the water?
No.
No, I don't think so.
How
either.
big are they?
They're pretty. Dude, piranhas are actually pretty big.
I mean, it really does depend on the
Does
size.
it feel
though.
like this big that you can just easily?
If you grab 2 of them, I'm sure you got pretty good
Exactly.
force in your hands.
I don't
honestly.
think you could grab
I
them.
Well,
don't
no, the
want to
thing is,
hear
they're gonna
this.
bite
I don't
you.
want to hear
Yeah, I don't
this.
think
If
you could
you-
take on one.
If you were able to grip one, if you like tried squeezing as hard as you could, could probably.
I feel like you could take on one,
It's
but like
it's
4.
in the water though. It'd slip out of your hand. You ever
Yeah.
try
No,
to like
that's
bare
true.
hand fish? Like
Yeah,
they slip
yeah.
real good in the
Yeah.
water.
Them some slippery motherfuckers.
You guys seen that video of the people in like I don't know which country, third world country,
Yeah.
where like those
Fucking
videos on
PFE.
YouTube where they're like digging up dirt and shit.
Yeah.
It's how they catch piranhas there. They have like a big old chunk of like meat from like an owl, like a deer or something.
Oh, yeah,
And they're
I've
dipping
seen-
it. They're dipping it in
and
the
then
water,
just-
and the piranhas are all attached to it, and they just shake it off on the boat. And he dips it back in and just keeps shaking off these piranhas. Shit's crazy.
Or have you seen the one where like they catch like some weird ass like eel kind of like fish where they put like an egg and then they put Coca-Cola
Dude, yeah.
and then like Mentos and then
Yeah.
just all of a sudden these fish just start fucking just trying to kill themselves coming out of this fucking tube. They just literally like dig a hole in the mud with like a bunch of water in it and then just these fish just start, oh, I gotta come. I don't know what it is about the egg and the fucking
Isn't it funny that all these like things are in like third world countries? Like,
I
they're
know.
fishing for eels for food, but they're dumping Coca-Cola
yeah.
into the hole to get the eels. Like they don't got like running water, but
Yeah.
you can get a liter of Coke
This
over
is
there.
this is the sophistication that we've come to.
So do you think Cokes are the same price over there?
Cokes are a lot cheaper. Like in Mexico especially, Coke is very cheap in Mexico.
Which doesn't make any sense
Is it
because
the real
Mexican Coke is more expensive in the United States
Correct.
than it is in Mexico.
and they give it to you in the glass bottle still.
I know.
But they charge you like in Mexico. They charge a like every time you buy something that's recyclable, they add a surcharge onto it, and then you need to bring the recyclables to some place,
Yeah.
and they give you the money back that you paid.
Yep.
A lot of states do that in the U.S. too.
Well, how much is that? Like 5 cents.
It's
for
like
10
20.
minutes?
It's like 10 to 25 cents. Like it's a pretty big incentive.
So if
you
you're
get-
rich, you don't need to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baller.
it still kind of adds up. But
No, definitely.
Well, if you're drinking a Coke like every day or something.
yeah, and like there,
Well, if you're rich in Mexico, you're doing a different type of Coke.
yeah, exactly. There's like some countries like I think I saw a documentary. It was how Dasani water is like the symbol of wealth, and like I think it might be like Haiti or like
Yeah.
somewhere in South America.
Dude,
like
somewhere where they don't have
if
water.
you're sipping like the most trash that's produced by that nation
Yeah.
is Dasani water bottles, because everyone's just buying Dasani because it's the only way you can get clean water in
Dude,
their like
wow.
country.
Wouldn't it be funny if Fiji is like the place where you're talking about? Like they make a bunch of Fiji water there, but like we just drink a shit ton of Fiji water here, and they drink Dasani over there.
You know what's crazy? You know what the most popular? I think like Bud Light is very popular like in Mexico. Like Bud Light is like our Corona over there.
That makes sense.
And like you can't even find like Corona in any stores in Mexico.
It's a Mexican beer.
No, but like their big beers are like Dos Equis and Tecate.
Tecate, yeah.
And
Tecate.
Modelo.
That's a shit.
Modelo is like the
So-
premium beer over there, but like Tecate is like the lower.
Funny
tier.
story about Tecate. There's no in it. It's actually Tecate.
Tecate.
Mhm.
Well, it's
Okay.
an I or E.
There's no in.
Well, there's no any saying
Oh, so just Tecate?
Tecate.
Tecate. The shitty beer though.
Yeah. It's like really shitty beer.
Right below like the cheapest beers. Like
Yeah.
Bud Light.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's their
it's
Bud
practically
Light.
water. It's practically water.
Speaking of Dasani water, did you know that it was like made by Coca-Cola or it's
Yeah.
made by Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Coke
And-
product.
And, well, the bottles are the exact same as the Coca-Cola like plastic bottles. It's the exact same shape and everything, just like blue.
Dasani?
Yeah.
No, Dasani
Maybe
has
they're
that like.
new ones. Maybe they're.
Oh
new
yeah, they made
ones.
Dasani
Yeah.
has new bottles now.
Their old ones used to be like ridged
Yeah.
and shit.
And they had like a little cone kind of structure
Yeah.
towards the top. But have I ever talked about the Dasani theory on here?
Oh no.
You heard about
Dasani's
the
dog
Dasani
water.
theory? No.
Not that I heard of.
My theory behind Dasani is Dasani's good, but most of the time you
Oh,
drink a
yeah.
Dasani, it's warm.
This is
It's
very
got
true.
cold, yeah.
This is
It's-
very true.
But most of the time you have a Dasani, you gotta admit it's either out of like a cooler where the ice is all melted, so it's just kind of like wet, like just dripping water, or it's just warm.
Yeah.
Like, but if you get one from the gas station, and it's
Yeah.
like night, it's got that like the fog. I don't know what.
I can agree with this.
Yes.
This is very true. I put to test this theory, and you are most definitely
Mhm.
correct because most of the time I have had Dasani that's just like sitting in the pack, like in my pantry or whatever.
or it's at like some random event
Yeah.
and they're giving out Dasanis, but
and
they're
you
always
just
warm.
you drink it and you're like, dude, this is fucking ass. This tastes like fucking just like it tastes like almost like charcoal-y.
But I guess that could just be like the water theory, because like warm water is not really like Warm water is kind of fucking bad. Like cold water is the only real way to drink water.
I feel like with bottled water, drinking it cold, you can taste the minerals that they have to taste in it.
Yeah.
Because they add like little minerals or whatever to make it like a little crisp. I guess.
Yeah. You know what shit though? Voss water. Voss is
Is that the one that they
You
put in the glass?
You pay for the bottle, yeah.
Is that the one they put in the glass?
It's sometimes in a glass one, but they have the plastic ones too.
The one with the gray cap, the big.
So
gray
what's
cap.
the deal with smart water? I don't get it.
Smart water's good.
Smart water's pretty good.
It's good, but it's like it's just the name, pretty much.
Is
I mean,
there?
It's just the name. Wait, what do you mean? It's just the name.
Well, I mean, like, it's expensive because it's like smart water. It's like a nice packaging, and it's I don't know, like vitamin water. You know, people will drink that thinking that it's healthy. It's vitamin water. You know, smart water makes people think.
I
that
thought
it's
smart water had like fucking electrolytes or some
like,
shit.
well,
does.
they add a bunch
Oh,
of stuff
okay.
in it to make it, you know, like healthier water. But because of that, they charge like all the
Healthier
different
water.
Yeah, like electrolytes, pH,
Yeah.
level things that you. ain't
Well, they got
think
the
about.
they got the specific like 7.5 plus pH like smart water now
Yeah.
too.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
is what does anyone who's drinking this pH water know what the fuck pH means?
Or what it does
Yeah.
to your
Like
mind.
it's more base. It's
Yeah.
more
pH is the acidity level.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
just like
isn't too much base bad for you?
Sure, it's
Well,
much
yeah, I mean
healthier than
higher
anything.
pH
Yeah.
would mean higher acidity levels, but also acidity, it's not
I-
a bad thing at all.
a lower. It's not a
Or
the higher.
maybe
it
it's
is,
the opposite. I don't know this which way.
I think the
it's more,
lower the
but-
pH, the more acidic it is, and the
Hmm.
higher pH. Because
The
base
more
pH
basic
is
it is.
7 pH, I believe.
Neutral, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
neutral.
0 to 14. 1 to 14.
So more of a base. But I really don't know what base mean. Like I know what acidic means. but-
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much just like the inverse. It's like has to do with like hydrogen ions, and like one has like a negative amount or negative charge, and the other one has like more of a positive charge.
Science is
This
fucking
is just
weird,
like growing
dude.
chemistry.
You ever wonder like how? It's gonna sound real stupid, but like how did science become a thing? Like
People
why?
got
Like
bored.
people got bored and like let me examine this grape. Or,
Yeah.
like, some shit.
Let's do surgery on this grape.
Oh, God, dude. They did surgery on a grape,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Do you remember how many fucking memes there were of that shit? It was like a fucking barrage.
Yeah, because they were testing like some heart surgery
Yep.
like robot on a
Yep.
fucking grape, and they were like peeling off the skin. Of the
Yep,
fucking
and then they
grape.
sewed it back on. Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
And they acted like it was like the fucking most world fucking changing experience in the.
Yeah. Science is fucking crazy though.
It's pretty funny.
Who knows where we're gonna be in 20 years?
Did you know that most of the artificial sweeteners we had were discovered by accident? People were just fucking back in the days when laboratories were a lot less strict about their rules. People were just fucking experimenting on shit and then going and eating their lunch, and they're like, look at their fingers. They're like, why is my finger sweet? It must have been this chemical I was working with. So then they go fucking try working on the chemical again, and fucking bada bing, bada boom, Splenda's made because some motherfucker didn't clean his hands after he was in the.
Testing the chemicals.
Yeah.
Not using gloves. You don't clean your
It's back
hands
in the
like you
day.
said.
This is back in the day. They didn't give a fuck.
They used to give people meth in labs
There's another-
and just see what they did.
Like, yeah, literally, like another one was discovered because some dude was smoking a cigarette and his fingers were covered in another chemical, and the cigarette was sweet, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
That shit's crazy. There's like how do you think pickles? Like someone
Yeah,
just left
dude.
cucumbers and vinegar for a bit.
No.
And they're like,
Well, I mean, I feel like
"Mm."
people just like get creative with food and they test the limits of what you can do with food. So they like put food in different shit. They
Yeah.
like just cook it a different way with different things and they make things like how was cheese made? Somebody had to like take milk and like
Yeah, no,
like
my,
get curds
my-
and
Curd,
stuff.
like,
Do you think cheese was made on accident?
yeah,
Probably,
definitely.
Yeah.
My favorite meme is always the one of who discovered milk. Like,
Just sucking on the
yeah,
tit of a
literally
cow.
just.
Bones nice
I,
and strong.
yeah,
now.
I love this white stuff coming out of the
I mean,
cow.
I'm sure that obviously there's human reproduction. I'm sure that they were able to puzzle like
Oh, yeah.
child cow sucks on that.
Obviously.
like breastfeeding is probably instinctive. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
So do you think back in the day, adults used to like breastfeed out of their wives?
Yeah, dude, just.
Probably,
Oh, I could go for a tall glass of milk tonight, honey.
But then
Yeah,
one
they
guy's
have
like,
big
this kid.
pundits, I like it.
Yeah, true. But
You know,
then
he would have been a real weird fuck, the first guy to do that for a cow, if that was like a normal thing. Like, fuck my wife's milk.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go for this animal.
Oh, this fucking cow's milk's way better than my wife's tit.
Yeah.
Like, what a weirdo.
I mean, by the time people were like first discovering these things, were probably more barbaric, right? So
Yeah.
they didn't really give a shit. They're acting like more animalistic.
Probably all naked too at this.
Yeah.
Before the mushrooms.
You ever want? Yeah, before they started taking the mushrooms, it'd be crazy to live like just in like little tents and they're just moving around constantly and just everyone's naked at the same time.
It'd be so simple.
But it'd be
All you have to worry,
It
all you have to
would.
worry about is survival. That's it.
That's
Exactly.
kind of a big worry because like you'd have to be like hunting every day, and if you didn't catch anything, where all the prey moved away.
Well,
Yeah, but they didn't have taxes.
Yeah. They didn't have to go to work. They didn't have to clock in and clock out.
Hunting would be way more fun
Yeah.
than fucking clocking in and just working at a desk.
Because then I have some instinctive, like, I'm hungry. I want to kill this fucking thing.
Or you need to survive.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, I have to go to work.
When you don't really have to.
You don't really have to. You could just fucking file for Social Security and mooch off the government for your entire life.
Is that
Yeah.
like old security?
We're not going to get Social Security, though.
Is that
What?
like
It's going to run out by the
free-
time we're eligible to get it. You know that,
Dude,
right?
so
We pay it,
what the
though.
fuck?
Yep, exactly. We've been
Because-
paying fucking Social Security and we're not going to get dog shit out of it.
So what the fuck is up with the national debt? That shit makes no sense to me. It's just a made up number, right?
Exactly. Dude,
Like-
everything we know and abide by now is made up. Time, money, society, everything's fucking made up.
It's so bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how do we have like? I remember when Obama was getting elected, they were like making a whole big deal about the national debt's in the trillions of dollars. Blah blah blah. We literally just fucking blew trillions of dollars on a fucking stimulus program.
Well, I think like the trajectory of like national debt is that it's just gonna keep on growing. It's never gonna like reduce.
So they don't give a fuck anymore. They're just like,
It's going faster and faster and faster. Like what it was in like the 90s, it was like a fraction
So-
of what it was now.
what the fuck is the solution? Is there no solution? Just
There's-
fuck it, game over.
No,
like we'll just
society's
nuke
gonna
everybody.
collapse. Society's
Basically-
gonna collapse in a couple.
And
months.
also different governments from different, nations, that's kind of how you get, it's also kind of how you get, it's not the whole thing, but how like different currencies are worth different things.
Well, if I was China, I'd be fucking pissed. Like, these dumbass Americans stole all my fucking money, and then I'm never gonna give it back? Fuck them.
Well, Americans are pissed at China because of Bitcoin.
Does China have debt?
I don't,
China's got it. I think every country's got to have.
I would
fucking
assume.
I
Why
would
would
think it's
China
like
have
more of a
debt?
strategic thing for China to have America hold their money. It's like you owe me money. We have the leverage in like some way, trades or tariffs. Or
But
whatever.
what if we say, no, I don't want to pay you?
Well,
What are they gonna do?
Are we making like monthly payments to them or something? Or just
That's what
growing it?
I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense, because if it keeps growing, how are we ever going to pay it off? Exactly.
idea.
It doesn't make any
The-
sense.
Was it the
You would
7
kind
It's-
of, in a sense, need so much money to flood into the U.S. government to then basically reimburse all that debt.
Do you want to
And-
know China's national debt? $46 trillion.
Oh.
46 trillion. What is it? Yen over there?
Oh wait, that's
Something?
No, that's-
No.
That's
Japanese yen.
CNY with the weird thing.
Chinese
yen.
yeah. I mean, who knows?
46. So every country's in debt. Japan's in debt.
Well,
Greece
who
is
are they in debt to?
Other
Fucking
countries-
money's made up, man. There's
Well,
no.
also-
There's no debt.
I mean, the government pays out people. You think about that. And obviously, governments make money off of tons of stuff, but the government more so is going to be paying out more than they can take in for the most part.
So then, where's the money coming from? They're just printing it. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, everything's made up.
And that's
just making-
also
Money
like
machine go brr.
They say, "Oh, we'll give you this much money," and it's just like it doesn't exist. So it's just like
Oh, I see what you mean.
and like
Oh,
think
it
about
makes
this.
sense
Let's
now.
say you owed $1,000 and then a bunch of money was printed, and you know how that can deflate, make money
Uh-huh.
worth less.
So it's just
Then it would take more
becomes-
money to pay back that $1,000.
it's crazy.
It's just
but-
made up. Doesn't make any sense.
There's a website that tracks it all in real time. It's like there's 20 subdivisions of the debt, like where it goes through. There's like healthcare, public safety, a whole bunch of things.
Military.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh
spend all
yeah.
this money on the military. Like it's not like we're paying for
I
it.
think it's like
We just-
46%.
If you were to split up like the national debt among per capita per every like citizen, it would be like tens of thousands, like 10,000, 11,000 per like household. like, what, we're just gonna pay that.
So
off
if everyone gave $10,000 to the government,
Yeah, let me just give you my
People-
$10,000.
People are clamoring over like stimulus checks worth like $1.5 grand, right?
yeah.
Living paycheck to paycheck. That's like a new paycheck. That's like the farm stuff, you know.
Well, Bezos
Yeah.
has
That Bezos-
billions of dollars, and Zuckerberg
Blows it on fucking going to the moon or whatever.
Isn't it?
That was pretty cool. That was the youngest person and the oldest person to go to space ever. One,
Yeah. Where
an 18-year-old and an 80.
yeah, because they Jeff Bezos recently they just did an orbit, right? They did
Yeah,
an orbit
They went
around
to
Earth.
space
13
for-
minutes.
Yeah, like a little bit over like 11, 13 minutes.
But he
whatever.
raffled that off, the seat with him.
It was an auction, yeah.
And some guy won it.
Yeah, but he said like I have like scheduling conflicts. Or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Scheduling
Too busy to
conflicts.
go to space, pretty much, I guess. And his son went instead, which is pretty cool. Like, imagine like your
Going to
dad
space for
saying,
free.
Hey, you're gonna go to space. You want to go? Like,
Fuck it.
once, like
You're also gonna meet Jeff Bezos.
fuck, he's like
I'd
one
be-
in billions.
I'd be scared to meet Jeff Bezos, man.
Yeah, dude, he's kind of like Zuckerberg in that he's like a robot almost.
I feel like he just kind of like connects to my head and be like, "Whoop, whoop, 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 whoop," and it'd just be fucking Jeff
He
Bezos.
started off as a bookseller on Amazon, a little website.
Yeah,
Something
I know.
and then
A little
just became
queer.
like yeah. But all
Sorry, we say that at work. a
Dude,
lot.
dude, you can't. I
Oh,
got an
yeah.
Alexa in the room close to us.
Sorry,
so I
yeah,
fucking
but-
hear you.
Yeah.
Kind of getting close to the
Cutoff
time marker here, gentlemen. Any last words?
So I don't know why Tyler's hard right now, but kind of been holding a stiffy the entire podcast.
Okay. Was that it?
I'll take a seat.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Adios.
Fuck you, Paul.